Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I want you to know that I greatly appreciate you. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it is about your money. Now in this video, and I've had a lot of questions about this in the comment section, this video I'm going to talk to you about my feelings, my thoughts about Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas, and Josh Hawley, the senator from Missouri. Both highly ambitious individuals, and it's very clear that Cruz has ambitions to be president one day. In fact, he ran for the presidency, and then Donald Trump won, became the candidate, and there was a big face-off between Donald Trump and Ted Cruz. So, in fact, Ted Cruz said some rather nasty things about Donald Trump, and we all know what happened there. But more recently, what happened on the floor of the United States Senate, where Ted Cruz said some things that were not backed by fact, and he said things that were largely supportive of Donald Trump's position. And in fact, Josh Hawley did the same. Josh Hawley objected to the Electoral College certification process, as did Ted Cruz. You've probably seen segments on the floor of the United Senate of Ted Cruz and of Josh Hawley objecting to the certification of the Electoral College certification process. And keep in mind, and this, by the way, from a stimulus perspective, their positions are also very interesting. So here's Senator Ted Cruz from Texas. Hello, Senator Cruz, how are you? And here's Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri. Hello, Senator Hawley. Now keep in mind that Ted Cruz has been opposed to stimulus checks. He was one of the Republican senators who did not want to do a second round of stimulus checks. But Josh Hawley, apparently the savior for all of us, took sides with Senator Bernie Sanders, who, by the way, has been a big vocal proponent of stimulus checks, who took sides with Bernie Sanders, and he said, hey, there needs to be a second round of stimulus checks. He called Trump and he said that, you need to veto the second bill if there are no stimulus checks, and so on and so forth. So, on the face of it, it might seem that that Josh Hawley supports stimulus checks, supports help, supports more help for those who need it the most. But on the other hand, Josh Hawley is definitely playing both sides. There are comments that Josh Hawley made in the past, as far as elections are concerned, and their comments that he made now. In my opinion, he sensed a political opportunity. Yes, he sensed a political opportunity to gain the attention of, to win over all the supporters of Trump. And I believe that he's going to continue to do that despite the significant amount of backlash. On your screen, I'll show you some of the backlash that has taken place for Ted Cruz as well as Josh Hawley, and there's been an outpouring of anger at them. And I want to be as clear as I can. I do believe that both Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley are opportunistic. I believe that they understand as politicians that everything in politics is about money, which is why Josh Hawley is doing a bunch of fundraising. Surprise, surprise. Which is why Ted Cruz is doing a bunch of fundraising. Surprise, surprise. And everything in politics is about money, it's about timing, and it is about opportunity. I believe that Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz both sensed the opportunity to be able to gain more supporters, to be able to gain supporters of Donald Trump, to be able to make a name for themselves. Because keep in mind, had we even heard of Josh Hawley before this? We hadn't even heard about him. Now all of a sudden we're talking about him. There are some politicians who believe that any publicity is good publicity, and it's good for them, it's good for their long-term ambitions, it's good for their overall political careers. Now again, there's been a significant amount of backlash, and you'll see tweets on your screen. There have been backlashes from donors, from past donors. There have been individuals who are calling on these two to resign. There have been individuals who basically are saying that they should be censured in the United States Senate. Simon and Schuster pulled a book deal that Josh Hawley had, and Josh Hawley said, see you in court, and so on and so forth. Now, I want to know what you think in the comment section below. Even President Joe Biden has weighed in on this and said that they should simply, be voted out during the next election. So I want to know what you think in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley? And they are rather interesting positions. Ted Cruz said something on the floor of the United States Senate which is not backed by fact. It is not backed by fact. Actually, Lindsey Graham, who is another senator who tends to flip-flop quite a bit, said some things that were actually factual. But Ted Cruz, on the other hand, sensed an opportunity to make a name for himself and said things that were not based in fact. And these senators, they seem all high and mighty. They seem like they know, they're holier than thou. But in the end, they are opportunists. Specifically, these two. I believe Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley are opportunists, and they are fear mongers, and they are doing what they can to further their own political ambitions. Now, if you agree with me, I suggest that you call the offices of Senator Ted Cruz, call the office of Senator Josh Hawley, and let them know what you think. If you agree with them, let them know you agree with them. If you think that they're opportunistic and they're putting their own political ambitions and they're sensing an opportunity, they're sensing the right time. Guys, let's be as clear as we can. What would be a better opportunity to make a name for yourself than the Electoral College certification process? What would be better timing to get in the news than, be the one that comes out in support of certain allegations without proof, just so that you can win the support of individuals who believe that allegation, even though the courts have thrown out that allegation, which, by the way, makes it even more ironic because Josh Hawley was a clerk. I believe he was a clerk for the Supreme Court, and Ted Cruz is a well-known prosecutor. So these guys know the law, they understand the importance of proof, but in the absence of proof, they decided to take a certain position to further their own political ambition. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and you'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time, and thank you so much for giving me your time. If you don't know anything about me, check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We live in unusual times. We live in uncertain times. The events of the past few days have been unbelievable, to say the least. We live in a historic moment in time, and I want to bring you into the news. I want to bring you behind the scenes of honest news. I want to bring you behind the scenes of news that is neither too conservative, neither too liberal, news that is balanced, and news that is logical. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it is about your money. I'll give you news that shocks you and makes you go, I'll give you news that makes you smile and say, wow, this is good. I'll bring you news when it's raining money and when we get lots of stimulus. I'll give you news that might make you want to party. In fact, guess what? I can actually break dance. I'll make you news that's going to make you want to break dance. That is, if you're a nerd like me. I can break dance. Watch this. Okay, I know. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda, and thank you so much for watching, everybody. I want you to know that I really appreciate you. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. If you want to hear from us, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to SMS alerts list moving forward. You'll get breaking news and alerts if you are on our SMS alerts list. So I really appreciate you being a viewer. I appreciate you being a subscriber. You can also get on our email list and stay in touch. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll be able to stay in touch with us. You can opt out of the SMS alerts or the email alerts at any point in time. Sometimes YouTube does not always release notifications on time. So all I ask you to do is very simple. Just bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. Just bookmark the channel so you can always be in touch with us. So you can be a part of our community. You can be a part of, you can be a part of the news when it gets bizarre and when it makes you go, what? Or you can be a part of the news when you feel like dancing. Or you might want to break dance. Here's my lousy break dance one more time. That's I hope you can join our community. Speaking of community, hopefully you can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. That's our handle on Instagram. Now, if you want, you can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Our Twitter community has been growing very rapidly, and you'll see me tweeting and retweeting important information that will help you make sense of this unbelievably crazy world that we live in. Once again, my name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Please share this video with just 2 friends or family members. Share the video with just 2 friends or family members. If you learn something new, please click like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That would mean a lot to me. Please ignite that subscribe button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. I want you to be in party mode. I want you to be happy. I want there to be confetti everywhere. I want us to have a normal, peaceful life, and I want us to laugh every once in a while, which is what you're going to get on this channel. Also, you'll find a link to all of our resources in the description section below. So make sure you check out our description section. And once again, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I appreciate you all. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time.